I don't know about you guys, but there's very little in this life that I enjoy more than fiddle tunes about Napoleon Bonaparte. Unless it's tragic Irish songs about people drowning or dying in war. Kind of a tie. Hey guys, welcome to this month's fiddle lesson video. Today we are going to be learning a tune called Bonaparte Crossing the Rocky Mountains. Some people say it's a march, some people play it kind of as a hornpipe. I just play it because I like it. And I'm going to be teaching you the tune and then a variation on the tune where we'll go into a few different options. There's a melodic variation, there's some triplets involved, there's anticipating the beat, so we're going to dive into all of that. If you want sheet music and practice tracks that go along with today's lesson, you can get that at the link in the description. And you'll also find sheet music, practice tracks, and fiddle lesson videos for a whole bunch of other tunes. You can get harmonies, variations, backup parts, all kinds of stuff. I even include sheet music that's color-coded by string, so E string is pink, A string is purple, etc. You know, just in case you need a little splash of color in your life and a little help remembering what string you're on. All right, so first off, let's listen to the tune and hear what it sounds like. That is our tune. Let's dive right in and learn it. First off, let's figure out what key we're in. We're in the key of A dorian. So this is basically like an A minor scale, but with a raised sixth. You don't have to worry about that. We're just going to play it. So here's how the A dorian scale goes. Starts on your open A, first finger, low second finger, third finger, up to E, first finger, low second finger, third finger. So that's our key signature, A dorian. There's a moment in the tune where we are going to play a note that's not in that scale, but I'll tell you when we get there. This just gives you a sense of where your fingers are going to fall on the strings in this tune. As for the time signature, we are in 4/4 time. And as I mentioned earlier, some people think of this as kind of a hornpipe. Hornpipes have this swing to them, so you get this long, short, long, short, long, short rhythm. And that's what we get in this tune. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you'll notice if you play that rhythm with separate bows, you move towards the tip of your bow and eventually you fall off. So if you follow along with the bowings and the sheet music that accompanies this lesson, it'll get you back on track so you don't fall off the fiddle. All right, so as always, I'm going to teach this tune by call and response. I'll play a little piece of it and then you can try playing it back. As always, this is YouTube, which is wonderful, so you can just rewind and replay a section if you didn't get it the first couple times, but I'll give you a few tries. You can also watch my video on learning by ear if you want a little help with that. As with many fiddle tunes, this tune has an A part and a B part. You play each one twice. Let's start with our A part, the first half of the tune. So here's the first phrase of the tune, starting with your first finger on the D string, playing an E note. 1, 2, 3. So here are the finger numbers for that section. It starts with your first finger on the D, then third finger, then A, 1, A, back to third finger on D, 1, 3. And then up to your low second finger on A, 2, 3, E, 2, 3. So I'll play that one more time. Next section of the tune starts with your open E string, and it'll go like this. 1, 2, 3. So your finger numbers there are open E, low 2, 3, low 2, E, then third finger on A, low second finger, A, third finger on D, first finger, and then third finger again. I'll play it one more time. The next phrase is exactly the same as the first phrase. So let's call that back to mind. It'll go like this, starting with your first finger on D. 1, 2, 3. Let's go on to the last phrase of the A, and this one is very similar to the second phrase, which started on our open E. It's gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3. So the only difference between this phrase and the second phrase is those last two notes. Instead of being your third finger on D, they're open A. So it goes E, low 2, 3, low 2, E, third finger on A, 3, low 2, A, third finger on D, 1, and then A. That is your entire A part. I'm gonna play it all the way through, nice and slow, twice, so you can try it out. Starting with your first finger on D. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. A part. Now we can move on to the B. The B part starts on your open E string. This is what it'll sound like, the first phrase. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, so there's like a funky note in there. Let's figure out what we're playing. So it starts with your open E. E, low 2, 3, low 2, E. And then third finger on A. 3, high 2 on A, that's the weird note. 2, 3, high 2 on A again, and then 3. So that's that funky phrase. Let's try it again. Moving on to the next phrase, it is actually a phrase we have already played, the second phrase of the tune. It starts with your open E, and if you remember, it goes like this. Now we're on the third phrase of the B, which is also a phrase you'll be familiar with. It's the same as the first phrase of the whole tune. Starts with that first finger on D. 1, 2, 3. And the last phrase of the tune is the same as the last phrase of the A part. Starting on that open E. 1, 2, 3. That's your B part, so let's play it through twice and you can give it a try. Here we go. Starting with your open E. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Learned the entire tune, and I would love for us to play it all the way through. I often do a tune slow, medium, and fast at this point in the fiddle lesson tutorial, but sorry. Oh my gosh! A friend of mine just met someone who plays the fiddle. That makes my day. Anyway, usually I play a tune through slow, medium, and fast at this point in the video. But this is already a slow tune, so we're just gonna play it slowly. We're gonna play it all the way through, starting from that first phrase, first finger on the D string. 1, 2, 3. Back to the beginning of the A part. B part. That funky note. One more B. Alright, now is the moment we have all been waiting for when we dive into the variation. And these are just a couple ways that you can make this tune sound especially awesome, just like you are. So the first thing we're going to encounter is at the very beginning of the tune, and this is a third finger slide to a unison. And if that sounds weird and complicated, to be totally honest, it is a little. So after you play the first note of the tune, that first finger on D, then you play the third finger, and then you're going to slide the third finger up, so your whole hand is going to move up into second position if you know about positions, but you don't have to know about positions. The main thing is you're sliding that finger up to play the same note as the open string, which is an A. So it's going. But the other thing you're doing is, as that finger slides up, you're going to also be playing a double stop. Your bow is going to play both that third finger as it slides and the open A. So it's going to go like this. So this is what it'll sound like in the tune. It's kind of fancy and kind of cool. Totally optional, but it's a cool thing to learn how to do. All right, so we're going to play Merrily Along from there. Here's where we encounter variation number 2, and this is a melodic variation. So we're just going to change some of the notes of the tune. We're going to add a bunch of them, actually. We're going to add some eighth notes. So it's going to go like this. Wow, that's a lot of notes. Let's figure that out. So it's going to be E, low 2, 3, low 2, E, third finger on A, low 2, 3, E, back to 3, low 2, A, third finger on D, first finger on D, third finger on D. Then we're going to do a longer note on your low 2 on A, then first finger, and then we're back to open A. And that's where the next phrase starts. Whew. Hear those notes really slowly again. 1, 2, 3. Now in the B part, we are going to be anticipating the beat. This means we take a note that starts at the beginning of a measure and we basically just play it a little before the measure starts. So instead of playing the pickup notes to the B part, which would have been, we're actually going to start right on that third finger, which starts on the downbeat of the next measure. And we'll play like this. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. I'll try it nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. So you're anticipating the beat twice. Again, sometimes sheet music is helpful for this, so you can get that at the link in the description. The last variation of the tune, we're gonna throw in some little triplety things. So this is basically just another melodic variation. Here's what it'll sound like. Ooh, a fun little waterfall of notes. So here's that phrase pretty slowly. Here's where the variation starts. E, 3, 2, O, 3, 1, 3, 3. One more time. And then you just play it normally to the end. Okay, so let's try playing the variation all the way through, starting from the top. I will call out what the variations are so that we don't get completely lost. 1, 2, 3. Slide. Melodic variation. One more time. finger was stopping there, which you can add if you want. Just another option. All right, you guys, that does it for this month's fiddle lesson video. Thank you so much for learning this tune with me. Again, if you want the sheet music and practice tracks that go along with this, which come with a harmony, variation, backup part, color-coded sheet music, all kinds of other stuff, and a chord chart, you can get that at the link in the description, where you can also get a whole bunch of other fiddle tunes. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It makes me very happy, and it spreads the fiddling love. I will look forward to seeing you all for more fiddling soon.